What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome to AFK Arena, a brand new idle game brought to you by Lilith Games. Lilith Games being the same exact company that brought you Dank Tanks. Dank Tanks. You guys don't remember Dank Tanks? The game where all the tanks are dank? No? Alright, well they also put out a hero collector by the name of Soul Hunter. Now, if you're like an OG when it comes to mobile hero collectors, Soul Hunter is like one of the quintessential trendsetters when it comes to 2D hero collectors. Back in the day, this game basically printed money. In its heyday, it had collaborations with Batman, Assassin's Creed. I mean, there were thousands, and I mean that literally, thousands of games on the mobile store every day trying to copy the format of this title, from the graphics to the combat engine to the flow. It's a bit dated now, so it's not any surprise that Lilith Games is trying to strike gold again with their brand new title, AFK Arena. So let's start this off as we always do, ladies and gentlemen, because you guys know a hero collector can only be as fun as the heroes that you can collect. Now, I gotta say, I am digging the art style of this game. So it's like a kind of like a Western fantasy cartoony vibe. All of the characters have a little bit of voice acting. They look good. I'm actually okay with the heroes here. So I will go ahead and give this game the FG3000 stamp of approval when it comes to heroes that you can collect. Very good cast of characters. So let's jump over to the idle game combat. Now, if you're not familiar with the flow of idle games, it's pretty straightforward. Whether you're online or offline, your characters will constantly be grinding for EXP, gold, items. All you have to do is log in every several hours, collect your gold, and then go about your day. You can either play the game if you choose to, or you can allow your characters to go back and idle and grind all you want. The cool thing about idle games is that they kind of wait for you to be ready. Like, if you don't feel like playing, you're not missing out on anything. Your characters are constantly being grinded, they're constantly being leveled, so there's really nothing to worry about. When you log on, that's when you kind of do your more active gameplay, whether it's doing endless tower modes, PvP, leveling up your characters, equipping new equipment, etc., etc. Now, when it comes to combat, you know, nothing too special to really talk about. As you guys can see, I was basically just talking a bunch of trash the entire time my team was fighting, completely on autoplay. Your characters do have skills and passives and things of that nature, and of course, once they hit an ultimate, they will do their ultimate if you're on auto. It's one of those games that does have VIP, which were, you know, it's kind of expected when it comes to idle games. There's really not too many idle games that do not have VIP. Unfortunately, I cannot unlock a faster speed level until I've gotten to stage 336, which, if I had to guess, I've been playing this game for about 2 days. It'll probably take you maybe 4 to 5 days to get to that stage if you're 100% free to play to unlock that faster speed. So do keep that in mind. But that's combat. Really good enemies. I like the backgrounds. We already talked about the characters being nice. So far, pretty decent. And like I said, once you're done doing your combat, or once you've just, you know, woken up from a deep slumber, all you gotta do is press this button right here and collect all of the materials that your squad has collected thus far. Tons of great quality of life features here in this game. All you gotta do, hit equip gear, you're done. Hit level up, you're done. You can easily scroll to any character you want. Even if you're looking at skills as well. So very nice loading, good streamlining, good quality of life. Overall, for an idle game, it looks pretty good. So what else can you do in this game, FG? Good question, glad you asked. So that's the campaign mode that I just showed you right there. Of course, that's gonna go on and on forever. If you go over here to the Dark Forest, this is gonna be some of your more active gameplay. So there's a thing called a bounty board that I don't have unlocked just yet. Of course, there is PvP. So if you do wanna do some PvP against other players, just try to do something where we're not gonna get embarrassed. Set up our squad, tank, DPS, no heals for FG. Still, even on PvP, the ×2 speed is not unlocked. I really despise when games do that, I gotta be honest. Because if you put in a faster speed option, you're basically recognizing that, hey, our game can be kind of slow. We recognize that our game is slow, so we've added more speed. But when you lock it behind such a distant accomplishment in the game, or distant milestone in the game, like, you are really rolling the dice, because there are so many mobile games out there that are released every single day, and you really typically only have one first impression to get it right, and you're willing to risk it all by not allowing people to speed up your gameplay for like 5 days in hopes that they like buy a VIP or something like that. I think it's a risk. I think it's a bold move, Cotton. I guess we'll see if it pays off. So that's PvP. I just got embarrassed, but don't worry. I haven't used any of my summonings yet. All these people right here have characters that I do not have. the characters that I showed you are pretty much the ones that you just get for free. So I don't have any of these cool characters that I'm getting beat down with. So that is that. So here's a different type of game mode as well. It's called the Labyrinth Floor. So you might have seen things like this in other hero collectors. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure type of mode. So for example, I'm going to go and click on this node right here, which is an abandoned wagon, which will allow me to basically recruit one of these heroes. So I'm actually going to take this hero right here, recruit him on my team. So you might be wondering, FG, why are we doing this? So basically what you want to do, you want to go node by node by node, defeating enemies. However, your team does not regenerate. So if someone, gets really, really low in HP, they're not going to get their HP back. So you want to kind of traverse these nodes by recruiting new characters, using certain types of buffs, etc., etc. And I'll show you once we're out of this combat. I really like how this little mob look right here looks. So a little birdie on his shoulder. Very cool. So, all right, so we just defeated a node. Now I have the option to select a buff. So I'm going to select a buff and I'm going to keep on moving. Once again, I'm going to select the abandoned wagon here. I'm going to recruit this awesome lion dude here. I can keep going. I can go to this more. I'm going to go for the weaker one here. And also what I'm going to do is we're going to take a look at these characters that I didn't have before. Very cool. This is the poster child of the game right here. And that's kind of how this mode works. You're going to keep on moving, taking on the strongest encounter that you possibly can without jeopardizing your entire run. Rinse and repeat. That is the Labyrinth mode. However, I know this might look like the Endless Tower mode that we see in so many different games. I'm going to take maybe 20% more damage there. Here's a fountain here so I can get a little bit of recovery. All surviving heroes get 50% health. Like I said, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure mode. You're going to keep on going up here, trying to make sure that you're doing the highest level of combat you can without ensuring that your squad doesn't die, basically. There you go, FG, you got it. But don't worry, this game does have an Endless Tower mode. Yeah. So here is your quintessential, ladies and gentlemen, Endless Tower mode. And hopefully I've been able to show you a pretty good variety of the characters in this game because they did a good job on the artwork here. Backgrounds, characters, enemies, the whole shebang bang. Nice choice of words there, FG. Go ahead and mark off shebang bang on your FG 3000 bingo card. You're welcome. Peaks of time, I don't know exactly what that is there. Embark on adventures at the peaks. Time in your, I don't know what that is. Usually I can kind of guess what these modes are, not 100% sure. I do know that the bounty board is your, once again, quintessential expedition mode where you send your characters out on missions and they come back in various hours. So that is that. So campaign mode, we already talked about. Dark Forest, which is all your active gameplay. We already talked about the heroes, the streamlining. Of course, there are friendship modes and things of that nature. Over here, this is basically your town. This is where you're going to see your guild, your library where you can set up mercenaries, your Temple of Ascension. So later on in the game, if you want to make your characters a little bit more powerful, you'll have to ascend them. That's some later gameplay there. Resonating Crystal, I have no idea. Rickety Cart. So throughout the game, you're going to, of course, replace characters. And once you replace characters, you can retire them and get a bunch of resources back from them, which is very, very cool. You can also reset heroes as well, getting your resources back. So pretty neat feature. That way, if you get a character that you're really interested in and you don't really have a lot of resources to level them up, you do have the opportunity to reset them. So there are friendship summons in the game. There are these wild hero summons, which is very interesting. But all we have is the elite hero summon. So I have 2 scrolls that I got for free. We'll take a look at the summoning animation here. Bladestorm Golos. Okay, very interesting. We'll do another one. Now this is something I wasn't sure of just yet. Oh, hold on, that's a green. Cezus, a skeleton dude, looking pretty good. So let's do this. 2,700, that'll get you a ×10 summon with an elite hero guaranteed. All right, so that's what I was looking for. So here we go. No, we're not gonna open all. Oh, there's the purple. Huh? Oh, Savior of the Sea. All right. Really cool. I like the artwork in this game. I really do dig the artwork. Got a little cat dude here. Little goat dude. Couple duplicate elves there. Deceptive beauty. Good waifus here. We got some good quality waifus. I even got 2 of them. When it comes to duplicates in this game, there's not really what I've seen. Let me double check this really quick. Yeah, duplicates for the most part. I'm just gonna get rid of these guys. Retire all of them. Get some of these resources. These are resources that I'll be able to use to upgrade other characters' skill sets. So that is what I'm gonna do. Let's take a look at this waifu. Oh my goodness! I've awakened a new fetish I didn't know I had. Okay, All right, equip her up. So you might be wondering, FG, are you gonna be playing this game? I think I am, but here's the thing about idle games. You're always playing them. Like if you download the game and you keep it on your phone or your emulator, you're always kind of playing. So I'm probably just gonna keep this game just because I think the characters are really interesting. Centaurs, which you don't see too often, but yeah, new fetish, ladies and gentlemen. She has a good voice acting too. So this is kind of like the level up here. So you can just hold the button down. Every few levels, you'll be able to upgrade a skill set or a skill ability, but you do need to have specific mats to do so. And you get those mats by retiring heroes, and they come from drops from other places as well. So very cool, the deceptive beauty. Also, as you unlock characters, you'll be able to get out of here, Disney heroes. What are you doing? Had to click off of that. Every single time you unlock a new hero, you do get rewarded gem-wise for doing so, which I always like. Very, very nice. So we gotta check out our new waifu here. Very cool. This reminds me of, and I'm gonna go kind of way back, in Diablo 3, there was a dungeon in Diablo 3 where there was a guy that was like into this spider woman. But she was like not a spider woman. She was a female spider, but she was all spider. Like there was no waifu parts on this spider, all right? But this guy was so obsessed. Ooh, she runs up to enemies too. I don't know why I thought that was cool. All of the DPS that I've had thus far had been ranged, so that just kind of threw me off for a second. So anyway, the guy was totally obsessed with this female spider. Yeah, end up going into her lair and getting killed. Why was I telling this story? I completely forgot why I was telling this story. I guess I'm saying that I am that old dude from Diablo that wanted to get fresh with a female spider, but this time, this is like a Spider-Man female spider, right? She got bit by a spider or something like that, but she's mostly woman, less spider. I don't even know if she's a spider. She might be like a scarab or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do know how I'm gonna end this video by saying, once again, my name is FG3000. This has been a look at AFK Arena, which I have to say, thus far, there's only been about a couple of idle games that have been released in 2019, but this has been the best idle game released in 2019. Very early in the year, not a lot of competition, but there you go. If you're looking for an idle game, this should be the one you probably invest in. Very, very nice. And as always, there are different types of global launch celebrations going on as well. This character that you saw right here, Lucius the Lightbringer, you get for free just by logging in. So do it, get it on. I'm out. See you next video. Later.